Hello and welcome to Dark Abyss Miniatures. I'm Simon and I'm just going to quickly talk about the Slaves of Darkness Index cards that I bought yesterday. So I'm a bit late to the Age of Sigmar party. I've got a load of Slaves of Darkness models and I'm yet to paint the army. I'm yet to build most of it, and I missed out. Like I've got the book, I've got everything, and I've never gamed with it, not done anything. But with 40k becoming so competitive since ninth edition came out, you can see I've started on some tyrannies there for 40k, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. I want a game that's, if it's going to be as competitive, is a little bit easier to play, and I love the way Age of Sigmar is quite easy to pick up. So I don't know if that will be the same when it comes to looking at the mission packs, but the game itself is quite straightforward. And so I want to get going with it. And now that fourth edition is out, I feel like I could get a good start with the army and get some games in. So without further ado, I'll talk about the cards themselves. So I've had a quick flick through and I took a lot of interest in the units that I've currently got. So I've got some knights, I've got some warriors. I don't think I have a chariot. I think that came in like a spearhead box or something. I don't have a Chaos Lord on foot. I've got Chaos Chosen. I've got the Ogroids or whatever they're called. I've got a Centurion Marshal sat around waiting to be built and painted because I love that model. Something I've noticed with this set is uh, the I love the synergy and the way they've made things. So I noticed like the Chaos Lord can really he adds +1 to wound rolls on, or no, to hit rolls, sorry, on units within 12, which is really good. It's not a silly little 6-inch bubble or anything like that. 12 inches is a decent enough distance. He could be bouncing out of several units. But then when I started looking at some of the cards, the Centurion Marshal has the same ability, meaning that you could have a whole load of Chaos Warriors, for instance, and you don't need to babysit them as such. You could have a Centurion Marshal somewhere that's within 12 inches of a unit or two. You could have the Chaos Lord within a unit or two, and they could both be buffing a unit each a turn with them abilities, which that's if I'm not mistaken. I don't know the core rules very well. Can you use several abilities all at once in the same turn? I don't know. Maybe I should read that first. But reviewing the actual cards themselves, because I'm not a really big gamer, so I can't comment really on the stats of the cards and things. But the cards are really nice quality, and I love the fact that they've got a bit of lore about them on one side, and you turn them over and they've got the gaming side of them. I really do like that. What I would have preferred is if they didn't have the same model pictures on both sides of the card, but that's just a minor gripe. They're really nice quality, really nice, and the fact that you can take these with you, and if you're like me and you are a novice to the gaming side, I've been playing since like third edition 40k and sixth edition fantasy, but because I play so rarely, staying on top of stats and things like that is really hard. And having these on your table, and if you've got 5 or 6 different units, you just need, the cards for each. If you've got, if you take an army and you've got several units of warriors, a couple of units of chosen, a couple of units of knights, that's only 3 cards, and that's the majority of your army. So I really love the idea of these cards, and I'm glad that they're doing this. I mean, they've been doing this for a couple of years now, obviously, or several since Sigmar first came out, I guess. But I really do like these cards. They're a godsend to new players and people like myself who often come against people who are experienced with gaming and know the game inside out, and it can be quite intimidating. So I love this. Um, I think it's really good. I'm really pleased with this set, and it's well worth the money. I didn't get it from an independent store. I bought it direct from a Games Workshop store. I just walked in, asked him if he had the index cards, and he said, "I have all of them. What would you like?" So that was cool. So just my little rant there about the cards, or not really a rant because I'm not complaining. I'm actually over the moon with these cards. They are so good. For me, they're really good. Are they an essential purchase? No, but I would say they are if you play tournaments or you are unfamiliar with the game or the army you're playing. If you're new to the game, then these are probably worth more than buying the book the moment the book comes out. But then when the book comes out, they'll obviously make small changes. But in the interim, these are really good. And on the whole, I don't think too much will change on them. You could always write over them. And it's better than sitting there trying to flick through your book, trying to find what to hit and wound rolls a unit is that you're not very familiar with when you've just started using them and things like that. So really happy with these. The quality is fantastic, and yeah, they're great. Just moving on quickly. I've been gone a long time. We've finally got our home sorted, so I've got my own little office with my desk and my paint and all that sort of good stuff. And I'm going to be doing a video that'll be coming out probably next week, so the last week of July. Well, we're in the last week of July, sorry, but probably the first full week of August. This will be dropping at some point, and it's going to be about my army painting of these Tyranids, which you can see are nowhere near finished yet. So, but just a little teaser. I'll be going through how I've done them, and talking about some of the challenges of army painting, some of the challenges that I've had personally, and how you can overcome those challenges and what ideas that's given me going forward for painting armies. Also, what painting this army has sort of is pushed me in a certain direction, and yeah, it'll just be a great little video. I hope that people will enjoy. Also, I will finally be streaming back on Twitch again. Now I've got a stable, reliable, and fast internet connection. I will be streaming on Twitch 3 times a week is what I'm aiming for, but it might just start off with when I can fit them in. But I'm going to try and do it for Monday late afternoons, early evenings, Wednesday late afternoons, early evenings, and Saturday late afternoon, say 2:30ish till about 5ish, or 2ish till about 5ish. So that's what my aim is. I'm hoping that I can finally get my Twitch going properly with that. And YouTube videos are now going to be getting released weekly. Once I've got this first video done and I've got back into editing, which won't take me long into working that out, they'll be coming, and I'm going to be aiming to get one video out at least a week, probably two in the long run. There'll be like a chat video where you'll get to see my lovely face on camera, and one video, and that'll just be talking about the hobby in general, what I've been doing that week, or the latest lore, or whatever that's coming out, and or some new products or something. And the other video will be painting focused and won't be so much as tutorials. I think there's a lot of channels out there already that do the whole first you put this colour on and you put that colour on. I'll still be talking about what colours I've used and go through the order I've used them, but my videos are going to be more focused on why I'm doing things, talking about what I've enjoyed about making that video or that paint process, what I've not enjoyed about that paint process, and hopefully that can make the videos a bit more engaging for people who don't necessarily need to sit and watch a paint by numbers tutorial. There's nothing wrong with them, but it's just not my thing. I don't need to sit and watch exactly what colour someone has used. I like to come up with things myself, or I like to, if I like how they've painted something, I like to look at it and go, okay, what colours do I think they've used, or what's similar to that, or something like that. But yeah, that's just me letting you know what I'm going to be doing. And in the painting videos, like with the Tyranids, for instance, I've used a certain brand of paints, and I had a couple of things with the paints that I wasn't happy with, and I've only used two different colours so far. You can probably tell I've used a speed paint type of paint. Uh, I will let you know what the brand is and everything when I do the video, and I'll discuss what I found with them, which I've had them for a while and I didn't find until I started on these. And I'm also going to be doing things like, I've got the full Pro Acryl set. I'll be discussing them and showing a few good and bad things about those. I'll be doing all sorts of hobby related stuff, but nothing is going to be trying to do a Duncan Rhodes style tutorial or a Darren Latham style tutorial. It is going to be more free flowing conversation while I'm painting, and trying to reach a broader range of the hobbyists and the hobby community, because I like everyone to be involved in the conversation, not just people who want to paint a model exactly how I've painted it. So enough of me waffling. This was what I actually started this video about, and it's turned into me waffling on. But I've been gone and off my channel for such a long time, I thought it worth mentioning in case anyone comes on and goes, wait, he last posted a video like however many years ago. He's posted another video, like, I'm not going to bother subscribing to him because he never posts anything. Please do subscribe or consider subscribing, and drop a like on the video if you can. It will help grow my channel, and I do want to grow it to be something that I can be immensely proud of. I'm not looking to have it take over my career, but I would like it to become something really special and great, and have my own little community of people that follow me and watch my stuff, and that I can have conversations with and discussions with, and that will include the whole Twitch community. So yeah, that's me just having my little chat. And another thing I'll be doing shortly as well, just before I end this video, is I'm going to address the whole commission painting thing, which is what I've been doing for nearly 4 years, 3.5 years. I started in September of 2020, and I've been doing it ever since, up until about, well, up until recently. I was doing it a lot, and then in the last 6 months it's become very little that and more me doing something completely different. And I want to just talk through about the whole commission painting thing, in case there's anyone out there who wants to become a commission painter and is thinking about it. I can talk about the good things about it, the bad things about it, and maybe give people pause for thought before they go jumping into it, or maybe give people that extra kick they might need if they're hesitating on the idea. I might have some negative things to say, and they say, "Oh, I wasn't even bothered about that. I was worried about this," but you're saying that that's not the case, and it's this. Oh, I'm going to jump into it. So, nothing going to be negative or positive about it. It's going to be objective and based on my personal experiences with it. And yeah, that's it really. So, I'll see you in a few days if you want to tune in to see how I've got the end of painting these Tyranids. The video will be released once the whole lot that I've got is done, and it'll probably be likely around about the 8th or 9th of August, but we'll see. So thank you again, and I'll see you soon.